The next step in our part is to add in a weldment. It is not particularly critical which profile size we use to start with, since we will be using the sketch to drive the tube size from our equations table. So let's go ahead and hop into our part. We can hit this Weldments tab, hit structural member. You can go to ANSI inch, tube rectangular, pick a size, hit new group. Let's grab this line. So we can see that it's orientated the way that we want. We want the wider side to be forward and backwards. So that looks fine and dandy. And we want it to be in the center of our tube, which is exactly what it's showing. So we can go to new group. We can now add this one, which we do not want to be in the center of our tube on this one, because the top of our sketch is supposed to be the top of the leg. So we can scroll down to locate profile, and this little dot, we can click right there. That will snap it down. Then we can go to new group again and select this guy, which this line we want to snap to this point, because this line is supposed to be the outside of our leg. Go to locate profile. Oop, I missed. Locate profile. There we go. Now you can see that that's snapped inside of our line. So we can do this process again on this one, which we want that point, because our sketch is supposed to, our tube is supposed to stay in the inside of our sketch. One more group, which we then have to snap again to this bottom, since this line is supposed to be the bottom of our leg. The reason this one is in the center is because we did this offset and sketched the profile's true center line, which once this is the proper size of tube, it will be in line with the outside of our sketch. So for now, that looks good. Let's go ahead and hit check. We can drop into our sketch, normal 2. We can drop this to our 1-inch dimension, hit this at 2. Our wall thickness on our tube is 0.120, and our radius, let's drop that down to 0.25. This is the typical 1x2 standard profile dimensions. You could then save this sketch as a Weldment profile, but since we will be just using this sketch and these values driven off of our table, I will not be saving that into our standard library on the Weldments. But now we are left with this, which you can see now. So let's go ahead and highlight our sketch. So you can see that since we did our offset here, this leaned tube, this diagonal tube, is inside of our sketch right there. And if we hop back up here, it's also inside. So that's why we needed this offset in both directions. Now we can see our sketch is lined up top to bottom there, and top to bottom there. And we have our offset angle that we were hoping for. Choose a little aggressive. Let's hop that down to 0.5. There we go.